Last piece of this piano initial grade, Muay, the boxing star, Supreet here, welcoming you to Retired YouTube channel page. Since this piece concentrates on the middle octave and the higher octave, and hence why I have panned my camera towards like this, so you can see on my window like this is going to be my middle octave in my piano, and this is going to be higher octave and it's a lower octave. This is called as the lowest octave. You can also see it. Anyways, let's start with the boxing star tutorial now. So I'd like to give some information about this. So this is composed on 4 times, and whereas each quarter note gets a beat. That's the meaning of here. And you see a different dynamics here. The first line, the second line. First line starts with a mezzo piano, and second line goes with a mezzo forte and has some slurs and legato. Anyways, let me start playing the first 2 lines at the tempo 100. That's 100 tempo. Then we'll go on tutorial. So that's about the first 2 lines applied. That's 8 bars. Okay, now let's hear the first line, first bar. So look at the treble clef. So try to apply the notes now. The first note is A note. That's a half note. So if that is a half note, so you're going to sustain till second beat. So you take your right hand thumb finger aside, they're already number 1. So 1, 2. And next to the next notes you have going for the next octave, that's C, D, E, and C. You got the notes, and starting the C should be applied to the third finger. 1, 2, and then 3 and 4, and so because you know all the 4 are 8 notes, so you're going to play them 3 and 4, and that's how the timings you're going to understand. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and okay, that's the first part, treble clef. If you go for the bass clef, it's so easy there because you look to see all the quarter notes of same notes, and that's A note here. I'm talking about the 2 octaves lower than the middle octave. So that's here is the first finger A note. You play quarter notes all 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's easy to understand. Combining hands now. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that's how we're going to play the first bar. Going for the second bar, you have the starting note again, same. You have got the A note with the first finger. It's understood now how to play with the number 1 finger. Then the next, can you please identify those notes? The notes are again 8 notes, and starting with the first A note you play for 2 beats because of the half note characteristic. So 1, 2. Third beat you play from B, 3 and 4, and 3 and 4, and so you're not going to play the same speed, the 8 notes what the metronome is clapping. So that's why you have to use the and, so that helps you to, that can act as a backbone for you how to play the faster notes. Treble bass clef, you play the first bar all the quarter notes on A. Now we have the second bar, all the notes to be played G, G, G quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this is what you play in the second bar. Combine the first bar and second line of this, so it sounds like this. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this is about the first 2. Moving to the third bar, again you have the starting beat is A note again. Have the A note, and now identify the next notes are all same as you had in the first bar treble clef note. So A you have first and second beat, third and fourth beat, 3 and 4, and you have C, D, E, C, C, T, E, C. So same notes you have. And the bass clef, but that's not the same as you had in the first bar bass clef. Third bar bass clef is having F notes, the third finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that's what you play in the third bar. Okay, that's the third bar. I hope you're understanding the timings as well, the notes clearly. Hope I'm doing a great job or good job on your perspective. So let's move to the fourth bar, last bar of this line here. So what you have in the treble clef, you have the B note. So play in the previous bar A and C, D, E, C, and the third finger and the middle finger is on the C note. And then you have the B note, and observe the B note, it's a staccato. So you're going to play that much, even though you're going to leave its own value of note values, but it's only for short note B. And next you have D, C, B. So here the fourth finger D, B, C, B, and of course D and C both are 8 notes, so you're going to play them faster. That means The D is starting on the second beat, so C has to be 2 and. So 1, 2 and 3, 4. The last note is B again, and that's half note. So play it in the third beat and go to sustain to the end of the fourth beat. That's the treble clef. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Bass clef of the last bar you have. Again, going a little more back, you have the E note to be played here. So 1, 2, and third beat you have got G sharp with the second finger. You're playing the G sharp with the second finger. Third and fourth beat again. 3, 4, because that's a half note. Combine the hands. So 1, 2 and 3, 4. And observe one thing, you need to not get confused that because only in treble clef you play as a staccato B note. At the same time only play the E note in the bass clef on the first beat. That's not a staccato. That's you're going to leave it for whole value. That's one beat. 1. So look at my left hand. I did not release my left hand, but I immediately took away my hand for the first beat of that B. And 2 and. So when you play 2 and, again you have to play the E note. So 1, 2 and 3, 4. That's the whole line, So if I play the whole line, that's a 4 bars. It's going to sound like. So first I'll play with the metronome, then I'll mute myself. So here we go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. You don't cite the numbers, so you're going to understand the tune better here now. So that's the fourth line. That's 4 bars. And observe the dynamics. You have to play all the 4 bars in the mezzo piano. So quite lesser than a mezzo forte.